Hi guys, today I'll be talking about my favorite perfumes from perfume brands that I love. Oftentimes I talk about my best of the best recommendations, but I never really talk about the brands that really resonates with me. If you're new here, my name is Joanna and I do reviews and recommendations of affordable and luxury fragrances in my channel. So if that sounds appealing to you, then please do keep watching and maybe consider subscribing. The brands that I'm going to talk about today not only produces amazing fragrances, also they have something with their practice that made them even more appealing to me. The brands that I'm going to talk about today always make me feel excited every time they launch a new fragrance because I have a feeling that I will always love them anyway, even if the notes doesn't appeal to me. These are the brands that, in my opinion, really resonates with me, with my vibe. And yeah, without further ado, let's get this video started. Starting off with a brand from Spain, and this is from Carner, Barcelona. And if you watch my channel, you know how much I love their fragrances. Even before, when I wasn't an affiliate yet, I truly enjoy their brand already. Because to me, I feel like they create simple yet very luxurious feeling kind of fragrances. And to be honest, this is the hardest part actually, because I have like 3 fragrances that I really love. However, I only want to choose one, okay, per brand. And having said that, I choose Revolucion. And this is their newest fragrance. Guys, I spoke about this fragrance in my past video and I told you already how much I love it. This to me is a leather fragrance. However, it is very smooth and well blended with some ozonic notes that makes it feel very light and airy. It has some orange blossom and thyme that just makes this floral yet a little bit aromatic. And to wrap it up, it is grounded with violet leaf and saffron, which made this fragrance sexy yet very approachable. I love this fragrance. If you check the notes, you might be intimidated because of the leather, saffron, ozonic notes, but trust me guys, especially if you think that we have the same taste, try this one out and let me know if I am right or wrong. I just find this fragrance very effortless chic. I love it to the point that this is entering my top 10 for life, definitely this year. This to me is something that I can wear the whole year round. It is very light and airy, so I think I can still pull it off in summer and springtime. And because of that leather and saffron, it still works very well during the colder seasons. It has an amazing longevity and projection. Let's say lasts for around 6 to 8 hours with moderate projection. I find this fragrance unisex and yeah, just a quiet luxury kind of scent. Revolucion by Carner, Barcelona. And by the way, Carner is having an ongoing Valentine's Day promotion. It started on February 1st and will run until February 9. The deal is you're gonna get a free 15 ml of their fragrance, which is called LATIN Lover, for every 100 euros purchase. And on top of that, you can still use my code, which is Joanna10, to save 10% off. Just throwing it out there because you might be interested in checking out Revolucion or any other fragrances from Carner, Barcelona. The next brand that I'm going to talk about is from France and it is called Matiere. Every time I hear Matiere Premier is dropping a new fragrance, I always feel excited. It's because I just love their brands, because I feel like they create 10 out of 10 fragrances. When it comes to scent, they always have an amazing scent. You will always feel good quality because they grow their own ingredients as well. When it comes to longevity and projection, most of them are beast mode, or I think all of their fragrances are beast mode. And on top of that, they are reasonably priced, in my opinion. I think it is a brand that you are actually paying for the high quality fragrance that you're getting. Matiere Premier will always be one of my favorite brands, and my favorite from them is actually something that I still don't have a full bottle of, and this is Parisian Musc. I've discussed about this fragrance in my previous video as well, because I find this fragrance such an effortless chic with a professional vibe. This to me smells like a combo of Le Labo Santal 33 and Diptych's Philosophikus. Yeah, so having said that, you must love those two fragrances in order to appreciate this. But to me, it is beautiful. I'm getting something very green in here. It's like when you cut a fresh fig and then you pour Santal 33 on it. Yeah, that's the scent of this fragrance. It doesn't list sandalwood as a note. It is mainly ambrette, ambroxan, and musk. However, this to me is mainly figs, sandalwood, musk, and ambrette. So if that sounds appealing to you, you really have to check this one out. This is something that can be signature scent worthy as well, and it's unisex, however leaning more feminine, and it has an amazing longevity and projection, guys. Highly recommend. Yeah, Parisian Musc, my favorite from Matiere Premier. Next brand is something that you won't be surprised of, Theodoros Kalotinis. And this is a brand from Greece. Why is it my favorite? It is because I feel like I'm buying an art in a bottle. And when I talk about art, I mean the juice, okay? Because they have a very simplistic bottle. However, I'm not complaining because they have such an affordable price. And I just find it amazing how Theodoros is actually creating these photorealistic fragrances most of the time and like putting them in a bottle. It blows my mind. And on top of that, they are priced at 45 euros each, guys. So having said that, Theodoros Kalotinis will always be one of my most loved brands. And my favorite from them is Lemon Tart. Of course, I've talked about this fragrance many times in my channel because it is so addictive. This literally smells like a lemon meringue tart. The scent of this fragrance may not be groundbreaking because basically it is like the same DNA of Xerjoff's Lyra, Acrobake, Dolce, and Gabbana's Devotion. But I think actually if I have to choose one out of those DNAs, I think I will go for Lemon Tart. Because to me, this is the one that is the most addictive, and also it is the most affordable out of the bunch as well. It smells like a bakery that sells lemon meringue tart. And the dry down, guys, is just that fluffy vanilla with some citrus in it. Like you won't get that whipped cream the entire wear. Which I love actually, because I feel like it doesn't make me feel like I am edible the entire time. Yeah, so that's why I love it. And I will always recommend Theodoros Kalotinis fragrances. Yeah, my favorite though is Lemon Tart. Next up is a designer brand. And you guys, just as I was planning this content, I looked at my perfume closet and I noticed that I have a lot of fragrances from this designer brand. And I'm talking about the brand Dolce & Gabbana. And my favorite is the only one intense. I've started my perfume journey with Dolce & Gabbana. I remember when I was still in high school, I was using light blue. And, you know, I have L'Empétrice, I have Devotion, I have Q, I have the one which started like my craze, I think, about Dolce & Gabbana. Anyway, my favorite is the only one intense because to me, this is one of my most favorite floral dominant scents in my collection. And if you know me, you know that I'm not a fan of floral heavy kind of perfumes, but this one ticks the box for me. It is heavy in jasmine and creamy coconut. And I think it doesn't have tuberose. That's why I'm really loving this fragrance. This is my favorite floral dominant fragrance from the designer's world. This to me just smells elegant and sophisticated, and I will always have this in my collection. One of my favorite designer fragrances of all time. Yeah, the only one intense by Dolce & Gabbana. Next up is a brand that I truly, truly admire from the bottom of my heart. And this is the brand called The Seven Virtues. If you haven't tried anything from The Seven Virtues yet, I highly suggest that you check them out right now because I have a feeling that The Seven Virtues will be one of the biggest perfume brands in the future. Well, I think they are big already right now, but I really have that feeling that they will make it to the top. I love the Seven Virtues not only because of their scents, but also the ethics and philosophy of the brand. They have sustainable ingredients coming from nations rebuilding after war. They are recently certified B Corporation. When you become a certified B Corporation, that means you are a purpose-led business that meet the highest standards of social and environmental performance, transparency, and accountability, which for me is really big. They are the first B Corporation that made it to Sephora, guys. Yeah, really happy for the Seven Virtues, and also the owner, Barb, always cheering for you. So having said all of that, my favorite from them is Santal Vanille. And if you watch my channel, you know that I love this one. This is one of my favorite sandalwood fragrances in my collection. It has cardamom, it has a coconut milk note, a perfect lactonic sandalwood and cardamom combo, in my opinion. Not only it smells good, it is also calming and therapeutic for me. I love wearing this because I feel like myself. And if you love sandalwood, you have to check this one out. As the name suggests, Santal Vanille, it is very heavy on those notes, sandalwood and vanilla, but then you add up coconut as well for the creaminess and at the same time cardamom. Santal Vanille by the Seven Virtues. Next brand that I'm going to talk about is my most favorite luxury brand, okay? If you watch my channel, you know that I talk about affordable and luxury fragrances. And in my opinion, this is the best luxury brand that I will always talk about. This is a brand that comes with a very hefty price tag, For me, they create perfumes that exude opulence and luxury. And I'm talking about the brand Amouage. Most of their fragrances may not be for everybody, but they're always worth to try. And I must say that once you love a fragrance from Amouage, you will keep coming back. Yeah, I'm just gonna put it like that. My favorite is, of course, Guidance. I'm not gonna elaborate more about this because I've talked about this fragrance a gazillion time in my channel. This to me is a love or hate fragrance, but I must say that in order for you to love this, you must be into complex fragrances because this fragrance just takes you to different level. It is fruity because of the apricot. It is a little bit nutty because of the hazelnut. It has that powdery rose as well, and that creamy sandalwood in the base. And the final dry down of this is just that powdery fragrance that you've never smelled in your life. This is such a unique fragrance, worth all your money. Of course, if you love the scent, because I know that a lot of you hate this fragrance as well. However, to me, this is my favorite from the brand and I will always recommend it. And also, of course, it is made by my favorite perfumer, Quentin Bish. Beast Mode Performance. Yeah, love this one. Guidance by Amouage. Next up is a brand that started my love for niche, and it's Le Labo. I remember when I didn't have yet any niche fragrances, I started with Santal 33 because I received a sample of it from one of my cult beauty goodie bag. And I know that I spoke a lot about that fragrance in my channel. However, that's not my favorite from the brand. It is one of my most favorite sandalwood fragrances, but it's not my favorite from the brand. My favorite is the Noir 29. This brand really just speaks to me. It is my vibe. It is very unique. It has a bay leaf note, tea, vetiver, tobacco, guys, and hay. Such a complex note structure in my opinion. However, this just smells so beautiful and divine. Of course, to me, I feel like $1 million chick when I wear this fragrance. You know, $1 million chick that doesn't really have millions. No, kidding aside, I don't know, this is giving me a luxury vibe, very chic and very effortless. A very smooth and well done tobacco mixed with fig and bay leaf that is giving this like smooth edges, you know. This smells very light, guys, and aromatic. However, it has a beast mode performance. You will definitely be smelled when you wear this. Love this one. Love the brand. I think they are the first brand that introduced us like to this clean girl aesthetic kind of packaging when it comes to perfumes as well. Yeah, so that is my favorite from Le Labo, the Noir. Right, and last but not the least, guys, is a brand called Essential Perfumes. I forgot to bring up my favorite perfume from them, and to be honest, I am just lazy to grab it. However, I'm gonna pop it on the screen. If you're following me for quite some time, you know that it is, I think, one of the first brands that I reviewed in my channel. I think that it is the perfect niche brand to start off if you want to really be into that perfume world. I just think that they have all the basics. They have simple yet elegant bottles. They offer that hot perfumery with affordable prices. I highly recommend Essential Perfumes for beginners. I've tried everything from their brand, and having said that, they are the kind of brands that makes me feel excited every single time they have new releases. And my favorite is Bois Imperiale, and of course it is done by my favorite perfumer, Quentin Bish. That one is such a light and woody fragrance that lasts all day. Very aromatic as well. To my nose, it is mainly Akigala wood and vetiver. It is very unisex. Definitely a woman can rock it as well without any issues. And guys, that fragrance lasts all day long. So I highly recommend that if you are into citrusy, woody fragrance that feels light and refreshing. Yes, such a simple yet sophisticated fragrance, Bois Imperiale by Essential Perfumes. So those are my favorite perfumes from brands that I love. What do you think of it? Do you feel the same about the perfumes that I talked about? What are your favorite perfume brands? Please write me in the comments down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and see you on my next one. Bye guys!